Hello, my name is Nicuțar. I'm a journalist. I'm very passionate about nutrition. That is the reason why I have taken a class on nutrition, and today I am specialized in nutrition as a technician nutritionist. That means I'm not a doctor, I cannot treat diseases, but I can help people meet their objectives of weight loss goals. Today we're going to speak about nutrition a little bit. I hope this 1 hour presentation is going to make things more clear when we speak about nutrition and healthy eating habits and healthy eating patterns. Nutrition is not such a difficult subject. It's not impossible to find out how to lose weight for good and in a very healthy and tasty manner. We have a presentation for you. It's going to be available at the end of the webinar. It's not full of pieces of information that are difficult. I promise that all the information in this presentation is very simple, and it's going to be fun. We're going to have a 1 hour of fun learning more about nutrition. The first subject that I believe is the most important is what is healthy eating, by the way. I know you're watching TV shows and maybe you're reading magazines, and you see a lot of information about healthy eating. What is healthy eating? How can we eat healthy? Well, the most important aspect is that healthy eating for me is different than healthy eating for you. So a few of the ingredients that I find helpful for me and beneficial might not be for you. That's when a nutritionist comes in and helps us discover what works well with us, what works best, what diet works best, what are the ingredients that we are allowed to consume on a daily basis or on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis, and how are these ingredients going to affect our life. Losing weight is not impossible. We can lose weight, and we can lose weight for good without the yo-yo effect when the pounds, the kilograms come back. But we have to have patience, because weight loss is all about patience. It's all about losing weight one step at a time, 1 kilogram at a time, and then stabilizing the loss, and then again losing weight. So if you want to achieve a weight loss, let's say like 10 kilograms in 1 week, this is not the webinar for you. I don't have this kind of solutions, and I don't believe in this kind of diets, because they promote something different than a good health and a good state for our body health. Okay, we were talking today about what does it mean to eat healthy. First of all, we should focus on whole foods instead of processed foods. That means veggies, fruits, oils, good quality oils, nuts, seeds, cereals. This is what whole foods means. Processed foods, of course, is a combination of ingredients and flavors, food colorings, preservatives, all kind of additives that can prolong the life of a product for 10 years or 20 years or things like this. I believe everybody has been to the supermarket, and we have seen that the shelves are full of products that have a life cycle of 10 or 20 years. But the fact is that the lack of the nutrients in these products is more than obvious. You cannot have micro nutrients in this kind of products. Okay, another thing to keep in mind when it comes to healthy eating is that we should strive to consume all the food groups. That means proteins, carbohydrates, fats, fibers. It doesn't mean it's mandatory that you eat animal proteins. If you don't eat, or maybe you are on a vegan diet or a vegetarian diet, and this kind of lifestyle doesn't permit consumption of protein animals. this is not a problem. Animal proteins can always be substituted by vegetables and all kind of sources that can bring us the right amount of proteins. Okay. Also, we should keep in mind that supplements should not be consumed unless the doctor tells us so. So, if there is any sickness, any disease involved, of course, the doctor should supervise us and recommend us a certain supplement that can help us reverse the disease or help ease the disease. Exercise. Healthy eating is very important, but when we don't do healthy eating and we eat maybe we have a day with pizza and junk food and I don't know, some pastry, some cookies, don't try to use exercise to erase the day of bad food. Okay, exercise should be seen as an activity that can promote our good health. Okay, not erase the mistakes that we made during the last days. So always try to prevent problems with your weight gaining, and don't try to force your body to erase these mistakes and to take back the kilograms that it gained through exercise, because this is going to put a lot of pressure on your muscles, on your liver, on your kidneys, and this is not the solution. The solution is to prevent and have a very good pattern of healthy eating. Okay, last but not least, we should keep a balance over the food portions that we eat. So don't try to make your a breakfast like 0 calories, only coffee, and then at lunch you just eat two portions of snack or 1 apple, and then at dinner you have like a very big plate of food. No, try to balance the size portions and always adapt them to your needs. So if you go to the gym in the afternoon, always try to make a food combination, a menu plan that is going to work with your schedule. Very important is that we drink water. No matter how healthy the food is, we have to have a good amount of water consumed every day. Consider fasting, intermittent fasting. It's a very good solution. It's a solution that is going to aid your digestion and is going to help you burn calories better. I do this. I usually use all kind of type of intermittent fasting periods. You should see what suits you better. You can have a 12-hour window when you don't consume food, which is the simplest of all, or you can have a 16-hour window where you don't consume food and you allow your liver to recover and to detoxify your organism. Okay, another rule that is very important is that you chew food. I know that this may sound childish and this may sound like a rule that we can laugh about, but chewing food aids digestion and prevents bloating. Sometimes when we are feeling bloated, let's say on a weekly basis, we have these days when we look at ourselves dressed in our clothes and we say, come on, I'm bloated. It's obvious that I have to make a difference or a shift in my diet. Sometimes it's not the case, so you don't have to make a change in your diet. Sometimes you just have to chew food better, because chewing helps digestion and it helps food not getting stuck in your stomach or in your intestines and prevent from fermenting, and it's a very long cycle and it all begins with chewing your food. Yeah. Next, we are going to talk a little bit about how do we know if our diet should suffer changes. When is our diet going the wrong way? The most important signal that is going to tell you how well your diet is going is based on your blood tests. I don't know about you. I usually take some blood tests, maybe once a year or twice a year. I run some blood tests to see exactly how I'm standing, how am I, how is my diet working, how am my nutrients flowing, do I have a good level of cholesterol, is my liver functioning well, is my stomach okay and healthy. This kind of blood test should be a screening that is going to prevent you from getting a disease, a chronic illness, or sort of affection that is going to be a pain for us, because we don't want to get sick, and sometimes a good diet is the best solution for us not to get sick and live a very good life and a quality life, and have good levels of energy. Okay, another signal that we should change our diet is when we have low levels of energy. Usually sugar does this. It's the main enemy for low energy, because when you consume sugar, you have that spike of energy and you feel like you can conquer the world, and then after 30 minutes you're all washed up, and you just want to rest somewhere, you want to take a nap, you want to sleep, because this is the effect that sugar has on us. That doesn't mean we cannot eat sugar anymore. We can, but we should always be very careful how we eat sugar, the amount that we consume, and the period of the day when we consume it. Okay, try it in the morning, at breakfast, in the noon, but that's it. Don't use desserts or fruits afternoon, because in the afternoon it's already very late for the organism to process high amounts of sugar. Okay, so these are a few signals that tell us our diet should suffer changes, and we should always try to talk to a nutritionist about this. A nutritionist is a doctor that can help us take a more clear view about how our diet is going. Is it going a good way? Do we need to make some changes in our diet? Should we introduce new ingredients into our daily menu? Maybe we are having a few food combinations that don't work for our best. So maybe we can change, but this kind of specialist is the best one to help you make changes that are going to you're going to feel the results. The changes in diet can be seen in the quality of your sleep, in the emotional stability, weight loss. That's on the first place, of course, most important, but also the quality of your hair, the quality of your skin, the health of your gums and your teeth. Everything food has an impact over our every aspect of our life. Okay, next, I would like to talk to you about how can bad food influence our life. 9 in 10 strokes are linked directly or indirectly to bad food. So this is not a surprise. We know that heart health is much impacted by the quality of the foods that we consume. But now we are talking about heart attacks, which are in the top of the diseases that we have nowadays in our life. I believe every one of us has a relative that has a risk of heart attack or inflammatory disease or chronic illness or a food allergy or a case of obesity, okay, high blood pressure, arthritis, diabetes. These are all just a few of the diseases that are linked directly or indirectly to bad food. So bad food can trigger the disease or can help trigger the disease. So this is just a matter of time. Bad food can lead to this kind of diseases. The recovery is long and difficult and painful. That's why we're always trying to prevent diseases from being triggered. Okay, foods that trigger diseases and lack of energy. We talked about diseases that are triggered by foods, bad foods. Now we're going to see what are these foods and what are the worst foods that we should just cut off from our menu and from our grocery list. The first and most important is processed foods. So foods that contain food flavorings and preservatives and flavors and all kind of additives that prolong the life of the product. You should cut them off the list. They don't bring any beneficial to our life. They don't bring any nutrients. They only bring calories, and then afterwards, after consumption of these processed foods, we're going to have to run or clean the house or I don't know, go to the gym, because these processed foods are high calories, have a lot of calories, and they're not worth it. Really, they're not worth it. It's better if we eat, I don't know, a carrot salad or a little bit of hummus and bread or something else, an apple, peanut butter, chocolate, dark chocolate bar, but a small one. We have a lot of snack ideas that don't bring the amount of calories that processed foods bring in our menu. Also, foods that trigger diseases and lack of energy are those that have a high intake of salt, sugar, and fats. These are bombs. These are ticking bombs, as we like to call them. Sugary drinks. This is obvious, a very big problem. We have all seen tutorials about sugary drinks where they show us like a glass of sugary drink contains this kind of this much cubes of sugar, and they show us 7, 8, 10 sugar cubes. This is a lot. This is a lot of sugar. If we took the cubes of sugar one by one and try to swallowed them, we couldn't. It would be too much. But when it's dissolved in water and with a little bit of flavor, we consume it. And really, it's a very high amount of sugar, and it's not worth it, because instead of one glass of sugary drink, we could eat 5 salads, maybe 6 salads, and it still wouldn't bring us that much calories. Okay, another another category of bad foods for us are fried foods, fast foods, of course. This is needless to say. Pastries, cookies, candy bars, etc. Alcohol, energy drink, and too much coffee. I don't consume energy drinks. I don't need them. I use coffee, but I don't do much coffee. So I don't exaggerate with coffee. As for alcohol, I don't like alcohol. I rarely, on very rare occasions, I drink a little bit of red wine. But imagine that one glass of red wine for me would be 100 milliliters like this, and that's once in 2 months. So it's very rare. These are the foods that can trigger diseases. It's not a result that you're going to see overnight. Maybe you're going to see in a few months or in a few years. But studies show us that these foods lead one way or another to a trigger to these diseases. So it's ideal if we can check them out. So cut them off our lists of grocery shopping, or keep them at a minimal quantity. So use them very rare, use them on very rare occasions. Okay, next. Can we eat out? If yes, how often? Yes, I believe we can eat out. Yes, of course. But my advice would be that you eat out where you are sure that you have high quality ingredients, where you know that there is somebody that cooks well, where you feel that the flavors are natural and they're not artificial. Most of the time, restaurants won't um, um, aim for quality. They're going to aim for quantity, and sometimes you're going to end up with a plate where you have something fried in an oil that has fried 10 other plates or 100 other plates. So it's your choice if you eat out. I always try to keep a balance between the times that I eat out and the times that I prep my own meal. So I prepare my own recipes and I try to do this more often than the times that I eat out. This is a decision that I believe it's more realistic to my goal of maintaining my weight and sometimes losing a few kilograms, and it's more accurate because I can control the calories, I can control the ingredients, and I know how I prepare all the ingredients at my place. At the restaurant, you have less control, so it's your decision if you eat out. My advice would be to choose places where you can eat frugal recipes, less preparation meals, no frying, of course, and dishes where you have less oil, less fat, because fat can be of good quality or of bad quality, and you don't know exactly which has been used. Also, if we eat out, one of the main problems would be that food portions are usually oversized and they have an intake of salt, sugar, and flavors. Restaurants are not, let's say, the most important for our health. We don't go to a restaurant to eat healthy food. We go to a restaurant to eat tasty food, of course, but that comes with flavors, and the flavors are, let's say, ingredients that don't have any beneficial for our health. Okay, what else can we talk about today in this 1 hour presentation? What are the healthiest diets? I know that this is a very interesting subject for everyone. What diet can I follow, and what diet can I follow with good results, and especially in the benefit of my health? Number one is Mediterranean diet. This is like the best diet there is. It has been confirmed once again this year. It has been voted again by doctors as the best diet in the world. It's a very tasty diet. It's a very good diet. It's very simple to be kept. It combines ingredients that are of good quality and very tasty. Also, a great advantage of this diet is that it doesn't need meal preparations for like 2 hours, 3 hours. No, recipes are simple and they need very low preparation time. Think about Mediterranean diet as the Greek food diet when you go to Greece or when you go to Italy and Spain. This is the Mediterranean diet where you eat a lot of veggies, a lot of fruits, berries, seeds, nuts, cereals, good quality dairy, not much, so not big quantity of dairy, no red meat, only white meat, and especially food and seafood. So the quantity of the dairy and the quantity of the meat is very small, and no pastries allowed, no cookies, only cookies that are made homemade with sugar, but small quantities of sugar, with seeds, nuts, honey, and all other ingredients that are essential for the Mediterranean diet. Also, another healthy diet is the low carb diet, based on whole food diet ingredients, but with a low amount of carbohydrates. That doesn't mean we're not going to consume carbohydrates anymore. It means that we're going to lower the quantity so that we can achieve a weight loss goal. Yes, so it's temporary, it's not forever, and it doesn't mean we're going to cut off all carbohydrates, okay? So it's not like we're going to eat banana once a year, okay? We're going to eat fruits, but in a smaller quantity. We're going to eat pasta, but in a very small quantity. Potatoes, okay, but the same in a very small portions. Another very healthy diet is paleo diet, and the flexitarian diet, pescatarian diet. These two last diets are very similar to Mediterranean diet. They include a lot of fresh veggies, fruits, cereals, and seeds and nuts. Okay, what is the best way to lose weight? This is a subject that is very interesting for many of us. We can lose weight, and we can do it slowly and gradually and without a rush. This is the steady way of losing weight, because steady is a key word here, and it's very important that we lose weight without any rush, because when we lose weight fast, we sometimes, most of the times, we create a little bit of chaos in our body. It's not a steady way of losing weight. Whole foods ensure feeling of fullness. The key is to eat more whole foods that keep us full, so that we are not craving bad food, junk food. Sometimes craving junk food, fried food, sugary drinks is a direct result of the fact that we are craving a certain nutrient in our body. It can be a vitamin, it can be a mineral that our body is craving, and to ensure that micronutrient, sometimes we can be led to a lot of foods that are not okay for us. So we're trying to lose weight by including in our daily menu more whole foods, more than we usually do. Also, the best way to lose weight is to include more movement in our life. That can be yoga, that can be Pilates, going to the gym, lifting weight, walking more, or cleaning the house. All these activities help us burn calories, and they're all very efficient. So if you don't like to go to the gym, no problem, just take a walk. It's the same thing. You're going to burn calories in a different manner, of course, but you're still going to burn calories, and it's going to help your digestion, it's going to help your blood flow, and it's going to help you lose weight. So my advice is eat healthy, but also bring more movement into your life, no matter the way. So it doesn't matter if you don't like to go to the gym. Maybe you don't like to sweat. I don't like to sweat, okay? Maybe you don't like to take time from your family to go to the gym, the transportation, and then go to the gym, and then changing your clothes. It's something that not all of us are fond of, but you have alternatives. You can do some chores in the house. You can choose not to go by subway to work and just walk by foot a few stations, okay? So we have all kinds of choices that can lead us to healthy loss weight. Okay, another advice would be to consume fewer calories than you burn each day, because you have to create this kind of deficit of calories somehow. So you can either consume less food, okay, you can make bring more movement into your life. Losing weight is it's not something impossible to do without a nutritionist, but it's simpler because a nutritionist can help you um, take the exact action that you need in order to bring the desired results in your life. So think of the nutritionist as the best help for somebody that wants to lose weight and needs the exact solution without trying all kind of solutions that maybe won't bring good results. Sometimes we get lost in this process. Sometimes we lose our patience, and maybe we feel like we're going to give up. I'm not seeing the results I want to see. I'm not losing weight. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe I have a problem with the internal gland, or I don't know. Maybe it's something genetical or something that I have from my parents. Maybe you just need the advice of a nutritionist that can target exactly the spot. It can hit the nutritionist can hit the spot and set the perfect diet that is going to work for you. That's why the perfect way to lose weight is always with a doctor that can also treat your diseases that are linked to bad food, maybe, okay, and also can help you lose weight in a very natural and healthy way. Okay, we're going to talk more about this in our webinar about losing weight, but now I would like to show you what kind of foods I consume on a daily basis. I have grocery list, of course, shopping lists with me when I go to buy food. I have this rule of not buying foods that I don't want to consume, so I don't bring in the house foods that are not beneficial for me or that don't bring nutrients and they bring only empty calories. I don't buy them. If I buy them, sometimes, of course, I may be tempted to consume them, so I don't buy them. I invite you to have this grocery list with you every day, maybe on your telephone, on your smartphone, and let them inspire you. Because if you see this list every day or on a weekly basis when you do your shopping, you're going to be more motivated to buy these foods on the list. So make a beautiful list with veggies, with herbs that you like to bring into your daily menu, berries, frozen berries, or maybe fresh berries if you find this at your local market, fish, seafood, pasta, or anything that you think that might promote the good health of your body. I have on my list vegetables, fruits, all kind of colors, all colors, cereals, nuts, seeds, extra virgin oils. So it might be olive oil, which is very well taken for my body. It's a very good option. Avocado oil, also sunflower oil, but virgin quality. So those kind of oils that still have nutrients inside. Herbs. I use a lot of herbs. Usually they're dried and they're very healthy. Use them. I invite you to use them into your soups, into your stews, in your salads. Add them in whatever recipe you would like because herbs are sources of antioxidants and these are the most powerful sources of antioxidants along with uh, forest berries and others. Spices. I use a lot of spices because I don't use flavors. I don't like artificial flavors, so I use only spices and herbs. Non-mandatory. I don't have on my mandatory list gluten, dairy, and meat. It's your personal choice if you eat gluten, dairy, and meat. I consume gluten. Of course, I consume pasta almost every week. So I have gluten in my diet. I took some blood tests to see exactly if I have an allergy to gluten. I don't have. I'm a happy case, let's say, but you should take into account that you might have a sensibility to gluten. There are certain blood tests that you can take, and you can see exactly if you have a sensibility to gluten, to dairy, and of course to meat, because some of us are not uh, well fitted to consume animal proteins. Could be a good idea to have on your list fish and seafood, kelp, seaweed, wakame, which I believe is the best kind of kelp. No need for. I don't have on my list preservatives, flavors, food colorings. Never. I don't use them. Or sugar. I don't buy sugar. Maybe I buy once in a year, and that's for people that come over and want to drink a coffee with sugar, but not for me. I don't like products that have too much salt and sugary drinks. I like to prepare my own sugary beverages, and that means lemonades, natural lemonades, tea, coffee, and all kind of other beverages that don't have big amounts of sugar. Okay, next, what else can we talk about? Foods that lower cholesterol and help liver health, heart health, brain, and memory. We have all kind of lists that have ingredients that can help us. Um, we have also some foods that can help lower cholesterol and help liver health all in the same time, like lettuce, spinach, rocket, all kind of herbs, all kind of green herbs, all kind of vegetables, zucchinis, carrots. Um, Almost all fruits do this. Onions and garlic, especially berries, strawberries, raspberries, blueberries. They all help our liver. They all help our liver detoxify naturally our organism. Citrus fruits are very important, like lemons, oranges, grapefruits. I use them almost every day. I have a few slices of lemon in my glass of water every day. So if I have this in the morning, I'm very happy alongside with my coffee. Olive oil. Olive oil is um, essential for me. It doesn't disappear from my kitchen, never. Wherever I go, even if I go on a vacation, I'm going to bring my olive oil with me. It's essential to use it in salads, in stews, in soups, in whatever recipe you have, savory recipe. I use olive oil on a daily basis. It's a cure for me. It's an ingredient that helps me function well, helps my liver, helps my cholesterol, and not only. Other ingredients that have this effect over our cholesterol and our liver are avocados, nuts, seeds, chia, flax seeds, herbs, and here I mean dried herbs, potatoes, rice, pasta, quinoa. I left them at the end, potatoes, rice, pasta, and quinoa, and that's because potatoes, rice, pasta, and quinoa, let's say quinoa is okay, it's okay, it can help us lose weight, but potatoes, rice, and pasta are, let's say, we'll consume them in smaller portions when we want to lose weight. They're giving us the great advantages of making us feel full for a long period of time. And that's an advantage. That's an advantage that we need when we're trying to lose weight. But they also have higher calorie intake. So we have to keep them in a good balance. Okay, here we have a few rules in order to establish a healthy eating pattern and discipline. We must guard a few rules. Now, I know that this may seem a little bit scary, like rules and patterns and establishing a pattern and establishing the discipline, but it only difficult to process, because in reality we don't have rules that are going to be so difficult to be kept. First of all, the most important rule is to keep a balance between what we eat in a as good ingredient and as bad ingredient. So nobody is going to um, um, nobody's going to tell you anything if you have a pizza night. Okay, we have Friday night is pizza night. It's okay, you can have pizza. uh, there's not no one in this world that is going to eat only good ingredients, only healthy ingredients, only salad and olive oil and avocados. We have ingredients that are not promoting only our good health. Some ingredients are not very healthy, but we indulge them, we consume them. The main rule is that we keep a balance. So we don't eat bad food more often than we eat good food. Yeah, so just keep a balance and don't be very harsh on yourself, because a good dieting is it's very possible to attain a good dieting pattern, but you have to have patience with you, and you have to permit yourself small portions of bad food, let's say, yes, chocolate, but make it dark, okay, cookies, but make let them be Greek cookies with nuts and honey. So we can use good alternatives and still indulge ourselves with great and tasty ingredients. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about these healthy eating patterns and discipline with a few rules. These are my rules. I keep them. I find them very helpful for me. The first one would be to have a healthy grocery shopping list. So go shop, but go shop for those foods that help you maintain your health. Clean fridge. It's very important to keep your fridge clean. That means remove all the ingredients that you find are not helpful for your diet. Don't keep them around, because if you keep them around, you are going to consume them. Meal prep. Meal prep is very important. Yes, we can eat out, of course, but we more often we should prepare our own meals. Take them with us if we go to work. Yes, so if we go to a picnic, we can prepare our picnic snacks, so with no problem. Okay. Healthy snacking is another important rule that we should keep, because sometimes snacking can make or break our diet. So we can have a few main courses that are really okay and super nutritious, and then ruin our diet with a few snacks that are not okay. Here, I would like to invite you to find the food app that suits you. There are a few food apps on the internet. They're free to use. You don't have to go premium with them. You can use them for free. They're going to count calories for you, and some of them can help you find exactly. Another advice that I would like to give you on this healthy eating pattern subject would be that you find a good food app for you. There are a lot of free food apps on the internet that you can use. You don't have to go premium with them. They help you count calories. Now, I know that we don't like to count calories. We don't want to keep track of everything we eat, but these food apps can help you understand how many calories one plate contains. And in time, you're not going to need the food app anymore. You're going to count the calories just by looking at the plate. You're going to be able to understand how many calories you have in that plate. I know that this sounds unrealistic, but this is the truth. You can test this. Use the food app a few days. Try to record a few meals. Try to record a few ingredients, like one apple, one banana, one grapefruit. a few leaves of lettuce or a few leaves of spinach, yes. And At first you're going to be amazed of how many calories some ingredients have and how less caloric some other ingredients are. And you're going to look at foods in a different way when you use food apps. So I invite you to use one food app that you like. There are a lot of food apps on the internet. I personally use chronometer.com. It's free. My version is free. I don't use a premium version right now. And it lets me record my food. I understand exactly how many calories I intake and how I can make a plate look good, be nutritious, and still don't contain so many calories. Okay, another rule when it comes to healthy eating is that there is no perfect diet, and my diet is not going to suit you, and my diet is not mandatorily going to give you the results that it has provided for me. There is no perfect eating pattern. We cannot, yes, we can strive to eat perfectly, yes, and only a range of great ingredients, but still, this is not realistic. So, we are going to eat bad foods from time to time. We're going to eat one pizza, French fries, okay. We're going to eat pastries and candy bars, but the main rule is that we don't overreact. No? Okay, we're not going to drink every day one glass of wine, red wine. We're going to drink one glass of red wine at a special occasion. Okay, so this is not this is fair. This is okay. This is something that we can assume and we can take into consideration without guilt. Okay. Another rule is to stop beating yourself for tiny waist. We cannot all have tiny waists. We wish we could, and this especially goes for women. I know that everybody wants a tiny waist and great weight, and we want to look good and still eat everything that we want. Even if we had the perfect diet, some of us wouldn't have tiny weight because this is how some bodies look. Not everybody, yes, has this confirmation and this type of aspect. Okay, so stop doing this. Sometimes healthy eating doesn't equal perfect bodies. I know perfect bodies that are not very healthy, and I know healthy people that don't look perfect and they're still okay, and their blood tests are okay, and they feel well, and they have high levels of energy, and I believe this is what matters most. Okay, next we're going to talk about changes triggered by healthy diets. A healthy diet is going to trigger changes in your body. You're going to feel better. You're going to have a glowing skin. You're going to have a better quality hair, a better quality sleep, a better emotional state of mind, and a state of stability, because foods trigger changes in our emotional way of being, in our psychological way of acting. We are going to communicate better. We are going to be more lively. A healthy diet has always a big impact over many aspects of our life. Also, on this chapter of changes triggered by healthy diets, we're going to talk about great weight management, better weight management. So you're going to feel that you can manage your weight better and more easily. Also, great blood test results. Of course, when you eat well, you're going to see that your blood tests are better, and your doctor is going to confirm this for you. Good bowel movements. Yes, these are a good bowel movement is directly and indirectly connected to bad food or good food. So a good diet is going to make a difference when it comes to good bowel movements. Good bowel movements need fibers, good carbohydrates, healthy fats, a good balance between proteins and less animal proteins, more vegetable proteins. So there are specific changes that you have to make in your diet in order to have good bowel movements. Good emotional health. It's very important that we eat a well-balanced meal, and we're going to feel better even emotionally after we eat well. No more bad food cravings. As I told you before, sometimes we crave fried foods, we crave sugary drinks, we crave a lot of junk food just because our body lacks a certain nutrient, a certain vitamin, a certain mineral. No more bad food cravings, yes. Healthy teeth and gums, we also talked about this chapter. Great breath and body odor. Um, this chapter is also influenced by the foods that we consume. So it's very important. Sometimes we feel our body smells different when we change our diet. This is the result. Better quality of sleep. Yes, we sleep well, better when we eat better. So our diet is going to see in this aspect also. How much weight is it safe to lose? I always recommend that we lose weight in a very slow uh, pace. So don't rush losing weight. I don't recommend more than 1 kilogram in a week, or even in 2 weeks. I recommend you lose weight with the help of a nutritionist that can help you understand how you lose weight, when you lose weight, what kind of foods promote and trigger weight loss, and exactly what happens in your body when you lose weight. For example, when we lose weight, in our bloodstream is going to be flushed a big quantity of toxins which were retained in our body, in our fat cells. So trying to lose, I don't know, 10 kilograms of weight in 2 weeks is not going to be a good idea. It's going to be a bad idea because it's going to force your kidneys and your liver and your stomach and your digestive system to work overtime. It's going to be very tiring for your whole body. Also, it could mean a yo-yo effect. Yo-yo effect meaning that everything that you lose, you gain back. This is the worst scenario that we can imagine, and one that um, is very difficult to recover from. Okay, how much weight is it safe to lose? We talked about yo-yo effects and about toxins that are going to be flushed into the bloodstream. Okay, my motto here is better safe than sorry. That means it's better to lose weight very slowly, and then to stabilize the loss, and then lose some more weight, and then again stabilize the loss. That means you can still, yes, 300 grams loss, and then next day you just stabilize it, you remain there with that loss, and then the next day you lose another 200 or 2 or 300 grams, and then the other day again you stabilize, and you do this step by step until you meet your goal, your objective. This is a very slow and long process of losing weight, but it's the best because your body is not going to take away the kilograms that he lost. He's not going to ask for them again because this is a safe and a tricky way of losing weight, but it's also very healthy for the body. As I mentioned before, nobody and no doctor ever is going to recommend that you lose weight right now. This month we're going to lose 30 kilograms. No, even if you are a special case, or maybe a high obesity, morbidity case. Yes, the doctor is going to say, okay, let's start to lose weight, but gradually. Okay, not all the excess in or 1 week. Even if you want to go to the, I don't know, to the seaside and you want to fit in those college jeans, we have to take things step by step. It's better safe to be sorry than sorry, and always keep in mind that small steps lead to great and lasting victories. So take it step by step, and don't rush things, because this is the best way to go. What else can we talk about? Do we really need a nutritionist? My advice is that you have a nutritionist if you can and if you afford. Don't think that you're going to be stuck with this nutritionist for the rest of your life. Sometimes you need a nutritionist in the beginning, for a week, for 2 weeks, for a month, for 2 months, until you understand how to eat better, how to take your nutrients from the foods that you eat, how to combine a great plate, a correct plate. Yes, like we have carbohydrates, we have proteins, we have fats, we have fibers. The nutritionist can give you also a menu, daily menu, weekly menu, monthly menu, so you can learn the basics of losing weight the natural way. After you do this, 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, okay, it's your decision, you can take off. So that means you have the lessons, you know how to lose weight, you can go on your own. But the beginning should be set by a nutritionist. Also, the nutritionist is going to be the one that can adapt a diet for your diseases. If you have one, if you suffer from one disease, a nutritionist is going to be the one that can lead you, motivate you, set a discipline for you, run some blood tests to see exactly in which state you are, what changes you need to make in your diet, and what foods you can consume for your best health. Okay, so I advise you to get a nutritionist and work with this doctor until you feel that you have learned your lessons and you know how to do the weight losing pattern very well. Also, I recommend having a nutritionist if you are struggling for too long. If you feel you're not seeing results and you're struggling for too long and you are already thinking about giving up, I'm giving up, I cannot lose weight. Wait, don't give up yet. Get a nutritionist and see exactly where is the problem, because a nutritionist can help you see exactly where the problem is, and then just hit the spot and help you lose weight. Maybe in 2 weeks, maybe in 1 month, maybe in 2 months, you're going to see very amazing results with the help of nutritionists. Also, if we need to create a good pattern of healthy eating, the nutritionist can be the best way. And if we have discipline problems, so if you feel like you need somebody to keep you on a good track or motivate you, you need a guru, you need a strong personality to keep a focus on the way you eat, yes, a nutritionist can be a very good idea. I hope that this presentation has been helpful. I hope that maybe a few of your answers have been cleared, have been answered. I hope that these pieces of information I gave you in this 1 hour presentations are going to be helpful for you and on your path to losing weight the natural way. I'm going to answer all your questions on my email address or with the organizers. I hope I'm going to see you again in a next presentation. Until then, I wish you all the best, very good health, and everything to be in your favor, even if you don't see results right away. I wish you all the best. Have a great night.